Did you order Agent Peterson to erase the sound of the gunshot?
Agent Peterson is a green, new field agent. He is inexperienced. I've seen it happen 1,000 times. New agents are really eager to get an arrest, to get a conviction, and sometimes they will go a little too far, even if it's for the best of reasons. Now, to reiterate some of Agent Peterson's own words right up here on this stand, we set up plants in the Bauer house to capture ambient noises and sounds and things that would help us in our case. What Agent Peterson so desperately wanted to be a gunshot was nothing more than a car or a truck backfiring.
How do you know that?
Experience, counselor.
Well, wouldn't experience also tell you the difference between an internal sound and an external sound? Or are you testifying that a backfiring truck was in the living room of the Bauer house? Or are you saying, did Agent Peterson lie under oath?
No, I am not saying that. Agent Peterson thought it was a gunshot. Agent Peterson was wrong. And as his supervisor, I instructed him to edit that tape, edit the sound out, so that there would be no misconception.
Well, if it was an innocuous sound, why bother? Why erase it?
He was talking about going to Washington, and frankly, I was concerned for a new agent, that they would be reprimanded, perhaps he might even be fired for an overzealous, albeit understandable pursuit of justice.
Oh, so you're saying that nobody at the FBI, even your superior, knows the difference between a truck and a gun?
Counselor, I'm with the FBI, and I know the difference.
Okay. So then you were protecting Agent Peterson, is that right?
If my judgment was wrong, if I bent the rules a little bit to protect an agent, a new agent who was unknown to them about to put their whole career and dream at risk, I will gladly take that responsibility.
Now, on June 5th, you were alone in the Bauer house, weren't you?
I've already answered that question,
and
Counselor.
You found Danny's gun.
I don't recall.
And you fired the weapon, and you retrieved the spent bullet.
Your
and then
Honor.
you planted that bullet in the body that you found in the leg, the body that you passed off as Carmen Santos.
Your Honor.
Now, Agent Itoro, you have lied about your whereabouts. You've lied about evidence. You've lied about
Enough,
being in charge
Mr.
of
Marler.
the investigation. Have you told the truth about anything, Agent Itoro?
Enough.
Yes, Your Honor. You have heard enough, I've heard enough, and they have heard enough, and you were not protecting Agent Peterson. You were protecting yourself because you were so determined to put Danny in jail that you not only bent the law, you broke the law.
Your Honor, counsel is now testifying.
Find a question or sit down.
Yes, Your Honor, I have found a question. The question is why? What is driving you to put Danny Santos in jail no matter the cost? What is worth that much to you?
You know, you're so melodramatic, Counselor. There's no big mission going on here. It's just a matter of bringing a murder to justice, and that is it.
No, in the timeline of things, you did not know that. Until Danny Santos testified, all you had was a body that turned out not to be Carmen Santos and a bullet that you were going to plant in that body. You had nothing to justify pursuing this case.
Is there a question anywhere in sight?
Yes, I have a question. Can you explain your motives?
I'm a special agent for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I put killers in jail. Beyond that, my mood, my feelings, my motives are irrelevant.
Irrelevant? I disagree.
Well, then, Counselor, we agreed to disagree, then. How's that?
No, we can't allow you to do that. Because who you are is the core of this case. Who are you, sir? And I ask that question because, in fact, there is no such person as Gus Itoro. Is there?
Thanks.
The said I was late. What did I miss?
Well, Ross has something in that file, and I think
he's gonna nail Gus with it.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Have you composed yourself?
I wasn't trying to compose myself, Counselor. I was just thirsty.
I will repeat the question. There is no such person as Gus Toro, is there?
Your Honor, I'm lost. I don't...
That makes two of us.
Your Honor, the credibility of this witness is crucial to the prosecution's case. I established that earlier. I'm simply pursuing the line of questioning.
You could have fooled me.
I'll give you a little leeway, Counselor, but don't abuse it. Answer the question, Agent.
Well, what was the question?
Who are you?
You know who I am.
I know who you say you are. Now, please tell this court who you really are.
Fine. My name is Gus Toro. I am a licensed driver in the state of Illinois. I am a graduate of Georgetown Law.
And before Georgetown Law, did you have another name?
Yeah, my buddies used to call me Kojak.
Did you ever have another legal name? And perhaps this will jog your memory. For the court's edification, the witness is looking at a photograph taken some 20 years ago of a boy and a man attending a Cubs game at Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois. Who is that boy in the photograph? That's you, isn't it?
Yes.
And who is the man in the photograph?
Your Honor, this has no bearing on this case.
Your Honor, I'm about to show that it does.
Answer the question, Agent.
Who is the man in that photograph?
His name is Joe.
Joe what?
Agostino.
Joseph Augustino, also known as Joe August, wasn't he, to his friends and colleagues?
If you say so.
Joe August was a cop, a highly decorated detective in Chicago. And for years and years, he worked in the OCD, the Organized Crime Division. In fact, he was responsible for putting a number of mobsters behind bars, wasn't he?
I guess so, if you say that.
That's a fact. And how did you know Joe August?
A lot of people knew Joe.
But you knew him particularly well. Look at the photograph. You're at a baseball game. Relaxed, smiling, friendly, waving. Obviously a connection between the two of you.
Objection, Your Honor, speculation.
Your Honor, if you would be so kind to look at this photograph, which I will submit into evidence. Obviously, they know each other. I'm simply asking how. Please tell this court, how did you know Joe August?